What do you think about that? Okay, so we know that our eyeballs, right, um, are just weird. Okay, so what you're seeing is in reverse. Okay, so our eyeballs actually see things in reverse, but then our brain transcribes it and puts it normal so we can see the correct way. So you are my mirror. Congratulations. Welcome to the show. What the hell? Sorry, I was gone. I had to grab my coffee. You know what I'm saying? So I was loading up the live, getting ready to do Aries Taurus Cusp, and apparently it was on. So here you go. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking. Okay. So let's get into your reading. Aries Taurus Cusps. I get my chart. Boom. But before I get into this, Divine Squad, my little subscribers, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I love it. Grab your coffee. We're going to get hot. So I don't know if you got to see the other live that I just made this morning. I was kind of guided to do that. I had some inspiration. Let's put it out there for y'all. Take it, leave it, whatever. It's just out there. Okay. So for you guys, noobs, brand new to the channel, welcome. Come on in, put your feet up, relax. Let's get hot on this. Okay. So Aries Taurus Cusps. What the hell is a cusp? Well, it's something that astronomers really don't believe because they can't see it, right? And a cusp is an imaginary line that falls in between two signs. And this line happens to go through Aries and Taurus, right? So your birthday is April 16th through the 22nd. It means you're on that transition, right? You're in between, on the verge, that's what a cusp means, on the edge, or Google the definition. It's not for me to really give you the definition because it's too complicated with opinions and all this other crap. So basically, it's a line that's imaginary where the sun is in between two signs, right? You only have one sun sign. That's it. But when that sun transitions from Aries to Taurus, sometimes it gets stuck in the middle. And that's where we are. We're in the middle, my friends. Okay. So, like I said, if your birthday was April 16th through the 22nd, you are part of the cusp of power. I love doing that shit. Here's my cards. Arcanum deck. Right. So we're going to get into your reading. Okay. Aries Taurus Cusps live. So this session, I've already done the beginning of March and I've just advanced and I'm already ahead of everybody. So you all got to catch up. But this one's still going to be for March because I'm going to keep going until obviously March is over. Right. So I'm going to do all lives for all the readings. So every zodiac sign from this point on at this cycle will be live. Put that in your little memory bank and take that. Okay. So let's get into your reading. Let me just dip this down. Whoop. Push it back. Oh no, where are you going? Okay, so now you can see the deck. Now you can see the cards. Okay, let's get into your reading. So noobs, you're brand new to the channel. Like I'm going to spiel out like my Divine Squad hears all the time. How I do it. Okay, so I lay two cards down. And those two cards represent your energy now. That's the duality of your self. That's your yin and your yang, your positive, negative, light, and dark side, right? Masculine and feminine. Let's bring this up just a tiny bit. Okay, good. Right. So once I lay those cards down, I'll tell you what your energy is now. After that, I'm going to lay two more cards at the end of the story because in the middle will be more cards for your story. And within that story will be your message, okay? So that's it. Let's get cracking. Let me shuffle these up a couple times and let's get into your reading. I know it's early. People going to work. You know what? Replay it later if you can't make it now. Okay, so let's shuffle these up a few more times and we'll get into your reading. My dogs are chilling over there looking at me like, what are you doing? Here we go. they're really old and stiff and broken and worn in. So, they're a little hard to shuffle. Okay. So here's your first card of Aries Taurus Cusp live. What you got going on with the Seven of Pentacles? Okay. Don't forget Dr. Frankenstein. He's the guy that comes out and makes this stuff direct. So I'm going to give you the definition. I'll give you my intuition, but I'll also give you the sassy side of my Emperor side and give you the little Dr. Frankenstein. Okay. Can't edit this live right now, so I can't put in my little tricks that I do, but just go with it. So Seven of Pentacles. You're investing in something. Maybe yourself, maybe something else. But you're waiting for something to come in, right? Look at you. You dropped a few things. You're like, oh, whatever. I still have all of this. I'm fine. So it's like you're picking your harvest kind of thing. Okay. That's kind of your energy right now. Let's get the other half. Close out your duality and we'll get into your story. Okay. Here's your next card. Well, you have options, right? You're investing. Could be financially because Pentacles is about money, your stability, right? So you're investing in some kind of options, right? These are choices. Look at every single cup has something inside of it, right? So you're investing in some kind of options. What those options are, quite not sure yet. It's only really showing Pentacles, okay? So it could be your job, could be some kind of business venture that you might be, enduring or something like that. But let's keep going. So now we're going to get into the first card of your story, all right? And if you're coming into the live, hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Thanks for joining so early in the morning. I know you guys got to go out to work and stuff, but turn on the TV, eat your breakfast, do your hair while it's playing in the background. The message is going to sink in, okay? So, we'll take that. Page of Wands. Well, it looks like there's some kind of message that's being portrayed, okay? Whether you're putting this out or it's coming into you, but whatever it is, it's just a nugget. And a nugget that's very passionate. It's very on fire, okay? So there's a lot going on with what's coming in, okay? Whoa. Okay, so noobs, I really don't do the definitions all the time of the tarot, so you can gig me and say, wow, you're wrong, and blah, I'm going to go another channel. That's fine. It's all intuition, right? And so I pull these cards this way, so then that way I can give you a very precise, clear kind of definition of your story, okay? So here's your next card. The World card. Okay, so something that comes into you that you're going to hear is going to change something for you, okay? And what that change could be, what you're investing in. Could also be some of the options that you got going on in this investment. I'm not sure yet, but the World card is here for it to say that whatever's coming in is going to bring a change. Okay, so here comes that. What's going to change is your Karmic Wheel, okay? So whatever is about to change is destiny. It's fated. It's supposed to happen. Okay, this is the Karmic Wheel, right? Wow. Two majors right next to each other. That's a very, very significant kind of influence. Okay, let's keep going. Five of Wands. That's your next card. Okay. And here's the clarity that I don't use the tarot definition for. Okay. So even when you're investing in something, right, in options, something comes into you that is being illuminated to you, being told to you, letting you know that there's a change coming. And when that changes, the cycles is turning. So whatever you had going on is going to end. So basically, with the Five of Wands here, That is what changes, and it's going to turn around for you. Is see right here what you dropped, right? So that's like, you have an orange grove, right? You can't save every orange. There's going to be some that there's going to be some that hits the ground, okay? But you still have all of this to be fruitful for. That's what changes, my friends. That's what changes. Your struggle of losing some stuff, but not really realizing you still have a lot going for you. That's the change. That's the cycle. That is what is being changed. And that karmic wheel is turning for you. So now let's see how that's going to turn. Whether it's in your favor or not, I don't really know, but we're going to find out. Okay. What changes for you is the balance of your stability. Okay. Look at him struggling to hold those two pentacles, which represents your stability, standing on one leg. Okay. So here's your stability. It's what you've invested in that you've lost. This is the strife and the conflict that you've had, but it's going to turn and change. Okay. And that change is going to be the way that you have to make a decision and balancing your life for your stability at this moment. Okay. So, because the Two of Pentacles is next to the Seven of Cups, it means you have the ability to make the choices and decisions you want for the options that suit you best. Right. Let's keep going. Drink your coffee, hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks for coming into the live. I know it's early, y'all probably, perming your hair, eating your breakfast, getting ready to run out the door for work. But you know what? I just hit it up for you real quick. So you know what? Watch it now, watch it later. It's still going to be watched. Here's your next card. The Moon card. Okay. So what you don't see is the decision of what you need to decide on. Okay. That's what's being hidden from you with the Moon card. You're not seeing the decisions that are before you for your options in your investments. And that is all what is being changed to end, because fives represent change, end your strife and conflict with losing shit in your life because you have a whole bunch of stuff still here. Okay? I think that's pretty right in your face. Okay. So yes, the decision is not quite illuminated to you yet because you're not quite seeing all of the puzzle, basically. Because you're too busy maybe worried about what you lost and not what you have or what you could gain through these options. Okay. So let's continue. And if you're coming in, appreciate y'all coming in. I thank you very much. So here's your next card. You ready? Here it is. See? I mean, what am I telling you? This is what you're not seeing. You're not seeing the abundance in your life that is in your life now and what the potential is, because this is the pathway to your abundance. Ten of Pentacles. Look at those are the options. You're confused. You're swimming in the idea of, oh my God, I don't know what to do, but I'm losing some stuff, but I'm not really seeing what I have. And this is what all changes for you. Okay? That's your struggle. That's your conflict. Losing stuff without really realizing what you have. And what's not being illuminated to you is the choice that you have to make on an option. Choose one of the options. Choose one of the 7 that are there for you. Because you do have choices. You do have options. You do have a way forward. You're just not seeing it. Okay? And what you're not seeing is the potential to build your abundance big time. Okay? So, how do you like that? Let's keep going. Oh, I didn't even get to shuffle those. Can't take them. They just kind of dropped off the top. It's not fair. Okay, right. So you're not seeing the abundance ahead of you because you're too busy maybe worried about what's been lost. Okay. So it kind of reminds me of the live that I just did about living in the past. If you're always looking behind you, how can you see in front of you? You really can't. Let's keep going. Here's your next card. Magician. Interesting. Interesting very much. You know why? Let's just say you're a farmer, right? And you're growing corn. Well, first of all, how'd you plant the corn? Second of all, what are you using to pick the corn? What are you using to process the corn? What are you using to package the corn? You know, what are you using to distribute the corn? Those are the tools, my friends, in this card. So the wand, the sword, the cup, and the pentacle. Those are your tools that you need to build your abundance that you're not seeing, that is there for you to decide, because you have options, because you have been planting your harvest, but too busy worried about what you've lost. And this is what changes, my friend. Fives represent change. So you get out of that mentality of what is lost and now pursuing what is to be gained. Amen. Sometimes we do get stuck like that, right? But with the Magician card, you have the infinity power. It's infinite. That's the infinity symbol. You have unlimited resources at your disposal to use as your tools, which are these options, to further build your harvest and collect your abundance. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. So let's keep going. Hit the like button and subscribe. If you're just coming in, you're a little bit halfway through it. We're going to keep going. So here's your next card. Death card. Don't worry, no one's croaking, right? It's just a signification of change, transformation. So when you realize you have tools and abilities to change what is not being shown to you, doesn't mean you don't have the choice to decide from the options that you have to steady build your crops, your abundance, your foundation, right? Pentacles are stability. Stability is your foundation, right? It's your job, it's your money, it's your car, it's your bills, it's your everything, right? So this is what you got learned. You learned that you have within you the magician to make your life the way you want it to be. Because you're being allowed that with this world card in the wheel of fortune. So it's your destiny to be able to have this change, right? Because maybe you have lost a whole bunch of crap. Even though this is just one pentacle and you have a bunch here, it still maybe hurts a little bit to lose. Nobody likes to lose, you know what I mean? But you have to lose in order to understand how to win. Not all of us are just born winners. You know what I mean? But that's the point. So now you have the death card, and there's change and transformation for you here to understand what's going on. Okay, so this is the definition of this card. This is you're sad, you're not content, blah, 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 blah. No. See the 4 right there? 4s represent stability, okay? And cups is your emotions. So now, my friends, once you digest this idea that you are the creator of your own world in your own life and can manifest things that you have options to really bloom your harvest with, we'll say, that transformation of understanding this now comes into play and changing your emotional stability. Next 2 cards are going to be close to the final end, and then we'll get to your outcome. Here's your next card. That causes a tower. But I don't do reversals, noob, so sorry. There is your tower. Another change. So whatever that you had built on this foundation, meaning were more concerned with losing than gaining, that comes down. That foundation breaks, cracks, destroys, chaos, turmoil, all that comes with the tower. So your mentality has changed and your emotions are now more stable because you understand that you got to lose a little to gain a little, right? It takes money to make money. It just don't fall out the air. And yes, money does grow on trees. We just process it to put it in your hand. Okay. So there's the tower. More change. So the tower comes to your emotions. And your emotions are, I don't have to feel bad about losing stuff because I have options to keep gaining. I just have to see better to make that choice for my abundance in my life that I can manifest. Sorry, I'm sloppy with the cards this morning. I was up early, ended it live before, and it was just let's just chat. Okay, so hit that one up and check it out. Appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to get to your last card here, and then we'll get to your outcome. So drink your coffee, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you for liking and subscribing already. Let's do it. Here's your next card. Are you ready? Are you sure? I think it's going to be a good one. Look at that. Look at you finding your balance now. Bravo. I'll give you those happy claps in the circle. I'm sorry. You know, in living color and all those things. I love those. Comedy is the best. Don't mind my Frenchie. She's always going sick. Hey, come here. She's going bananas. Anyways. Yeah, temperance. So you gain some balance within yourself. Okay, so if we look at this card really closely, I know it's reversed, so you're my mirror and I'm your mirror, and let's just deal with that. So you have the red and then the blue. The red signifies your passions. That means what you really drive in your soul to do and feel. But the blue is your emotions. So now you are mixing your passions and your emotions evenly. So that means you could take a loss but still feel that you have stuff to invest because you have options. And maybe not all those options are illuminated to you, but they're going to be brought to you. And you're going to have a realization because of this. This is who was going to let you know. Okay? So you do find that balance, you find that peace and harmony, and you do accept what has been lost to what has been gained. Okay? Or what you can gain, I should say. What you have now, what you can build off that. It's like you're kind of soaking about what you've lost, whether person, place, or thing, right? That's your focus. That was a little bit of your fantasy, your illusions, your confusions. But because of this Two of Pentacles right here next to the Seven of Cups, that says you're not seeing the options that are before you because they're not being illuminated to you. But trust you can build your own stability because you're your own magician. You have your own tools. You already know what to do. Okay? And so when you understand this and you digest this and you finally get it, something needs to change. Well, now that makes you a little more stable in your emotions. It's not you're like, oh, I don't have this anymore because that's changed. We have change, deciding to change. So here you go. Now you're more stable in your emotions to let the tower fall, to let that change happen, to accept the change in your life and accept the things that you cannot change, but pursue as in manifesting your own change for yourself and what's best for you. And what's best for you is this right now. Building your stability, building your abundance, right? And so that all brings you to get this balance, right? So now you're evenly balanced. Now you understand how things really work. You understand there has to be a loss to get a gain. That's the story, my friends. Here comes your outcome. Let's see what happens with this. Well, okay. This is a good one. I really like this one because this is like an internal lesson that you're learning. Because losing stuff, we often dwell on what we lost and we forget and see what we can gain from that loss. And this is where you're at. Here's your first card of your outcome. Okay, despite you gaining an emotional grip on yourself, the logic behind it is confusing to you. You don't probably know how this all transpired. You don't know how that you were able to be the magician and pull that rabbit out of the hat for your own abundance. You know why? Because it wasn't illuminated to you. You had to do a little soul searching, my friends, and maybe hear from something or someone that illuminates that to you, lets you understand that, hey, just because you lost something doesn't mean you lost everything, right? Because you still have options to make a choice, ending your own internal strife and conflict, allowing this change to happen and manifest the change to stabilize your emotions. But now you're in your head. You're wondering how this all came about. You don't know even how it happened, but it's going to happen. So let's get to the last card of your story. And then you can go on your merry day and have a great day at work. Are you ready? Bam. Look at you. Look at you reflecting back in the past of how you weren't seeing things very clearly. You aren't understanding your options. You didn't even know your own power. You didn't even know your own power, okay, of what you can manifest in your life for what makes you happy and your abundance. Because these two, my friends, go together very well. Okay? So you've been dwelling on what has been lost, not focusing on what is in your life now to be able to see the light to make this happen. So now you steady reflect back emotionally on how it felt for you to build what you have now and not so much focus on what you lost. That has been your story, my friends. Take that to the bank. Okay. So I thank you for y'all coming out here. It was a little bit short, but not too much short. But you know what? It was very direct and to the point. I think y'all get it. So I appreciate y'all coming out here. Thanks for your likes, your shares, and subscribes. Drink your coffee. Hit up my other playlists. Check out a live that I just did this morning. It's about an hour long. Feed your mind with a bunch of philosophical mumbo jumbo. So that being said, peace and prayer, my friends. Have a great day, and we'll see you again. Bye.